Welcome everyone to RGN, here for some more Pro Series 2016 action. We're in the European region, open qualifier, and Leisure versus Kaz. Honestly, last time we saw both of these teams, I was very impressed. So moving into this matchup, I'm actually very excited. Not that I'm not usually, but again, we're moving into those higher level matches, round of 4, of course. And again, I'm Sprawl, joined by Laser Jesus, and CobbleStone is our first map. That's Leisure's, map choice.
So they're going to go straight down middle. There's only one player playing at A, that's Faker. He needs to buy time for the rest of the squad to arrive, but the flashes are good for Kaz. They're busting straight to the bomb site. They've been granted all the real estate. Faker will go down. And the smokes are still up, so this is looking good for Kaz.
Yeah, Leisure caught inside a connector here, and on a 4-on-4, you'd have to favor them in the post-plant. Leisure gonna have to work together to try and bust through. Light will flash over the wall. They've got a single smoke on Remux, but not looking like it's going to be deployed as they head on up LBR3 with the first. But Smooya right back. Buying a lot of time. I believe there was a kit on one of the CTs. So we'll see if they can figure that out, as it is now only a 1v3, though. Not going to make a difference. As, yeah, Smooya. Big frags from him. 2 on the round. I remember him having big plays last time we saw him. ZNF as well. He's one of the guys that he's now in the UK scene, is my understanding. But again, used to be a North American player. Played with the ex-enemy lineup for quite some time and such. So,
I'm still not convinced it's the same guy, because he just doesn't look like the same player.
Right? It's just, I don't know what they've done, but he just literally has moved to another country, and yeah, his play's been really, really good. So I've been very impressed. More so than when I saw him in the North American scene, but maybe it's a lifestyle thing. I have no idea. Maybe it's just happier over there. I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. And it's not like it's the team that sets him up necessarily. Like the previous match we saw him in, he was just going off, like hitting nasty shots over and over again. And it's not like the team, it was them setting him up necessarily. He was just going ham. So Kaz against the force buy of Leisure, but Leisure do have the B bomb site stacked, and I think Kaz have their eyes set on it. This could be a problem. Remux 1-for-1 towards the drop, and I think the stack, it looks like it's working. Player bottom rectangle onto Jesp, and the CT's trading out favorably. They got the HP advantage.
Speaking of ZNF, he's going to have to go pretty big here, as his teammate's going to go down. YNC falls, and it looks like Leisure might be able to steal this one. Again, it's up to ZNF as he rotates in towards the smoke here. Oh, he's getting bodied, though, from Light, and yep, that's going to be the frag coming in. So Leisure able to take the round after pistol, and obviously that is optimal if you lose that first round, and this is their map choice, so momentum back in their favor. But I'm curious if Kaz is going to try and bring it right back. That would be fairly standard in my eyes to see, and looks to be the case.
Is it going to be B? No. Oh, are they opening up into a default sort of round? If they're planning on going quick A, they have played themselves, as they're waiting inside a spawn, trading each other pistols for quite some time on the T side front. But only one player at A again, that's Faker. Kind of reminiscent of pistol round, however, Faker was playing long. And no more, as MNL has now joined him inside of the A-bomb site. But where's Kaz going to go off of this? They have Rom alone towards the B side. He has a full nade kit, with the exception of a nade or an incendiary. But I'm not sure what Kaz is going to attempt. I mean, they have Rom. He can fake this B-bomb site. But with the Tech 9s, generally I expect with this sort of setup, you to see like more P250s or Deagles if they're planning on going with a slow work setup. They are getting a bunch of map control. But I guess with the Tech 9s, they could burst later on, and they definitely have the utility to do so.
We'll see how the rest of this pans out. LBR3 does get flashed towards Broken Wall and makes his way into that cubby. But it looks like the majority of the players opting to head towards that drop-down area, and they're just going to flood on in here. Remux and MNL have to hold, but they're going to spring a leak towards connector, and they're going to try and head towards A. Faker finding one at the connector doors. But they're able to kind of juke their way past into the A-bomb site. So now Faker got to play in retake, and they've got a player Rom still in behind. So this is a round where, well, now it's a 3-on-3. To be fair, now it's a standard retake with a player actually coming up middle in LBR3.
Goofy round, bunch of castling. The CT's going for the retake. Lights already close on the bomb site. They have the firing squad from bottom of middle. Jesp onto Light, so 2-on-2. ZNF trying to get in the mix here from the long area. He will connect onto Volvirox. Last guy, APC, and Kaz steal it right back. It's hard to be critical of what Leisure did towards the A side. I mean, Faker gets one more, and then it's a 4-on-3 for Leisure. Then I think it works, but him trading the A bomb site for one frag, I don't know if it's worth.
Yeah, I think that's kind of where it didn't pan out so well when that engagement came forth, and they kind of, again, they stuck past. He took the engagement with one, and before he knew it, they had actually made it into the A bomb site, so not a fun spot. But Leisure, we're going to see, it's the battle of forces today to start map 1, as we see Leisure force buying yet again, and they want to steal things right back as Kaz. They do have 3 rifles to work with, UMP on ZNF, with the MAC-10, as they'll set up for more or less a default. They're just very spread out, and well, considering what Leisure has, this is not a bad idea to start off the round.
Now Leisure's going to have to get it done with all pistols, no nades, no mollies, nothing like that. I think a lot of their success is going to be on a Kaz commitment. However, Faker onto ZNF at mid will grant Leisure the player advantage for the time being. Kaz, it doesn't look like they have altered their plan at all, despite ZNF going down. Now Kaz will begin to shift back towards the A side. Bit of discussion occurring, it seems, inside the team speak or whatever they use. But Kaz, it looks like they do want to split back towards the A bomb site. But Jesp, he's been waiting outside of long for quite some time. If they're planning on splitting onto A, I would have liked him to work up long, fight for control earlier. But I guess they're just going to burst up mid, and it's pretty telegraphed.
Yeah, we'll see if it works out for Kaz. They just need to frag out at this point. Faker does not get spotted at long A, as he's able to take down another one and do significant damage as he eventually falls, but it's very similar to the rest of the T's, as Rom is all alone, tries to spam away with the MAC-10, but he's got no time, 15 seconds, and Light's gonna put him away. So back and forth we go. Leisure able to take this one.
Only 1 AK recovered by Leisure. I think they got a MAC-10 out of it too. And I definitely wanted more weapons. And are we going to do the force buy dance? Back and forth, back and forth. The 1-2, 1-2. I'm not sure what kind of dance that is, Chad. Were you classically trained?
Square dancing, maybe? I don't know.
Yes.
Line, one of the two. I think those are different. I think.
I do the... I only do the EDM. Put your hand in the air and bob your head.
Yeah, that's a fantastic, very new school way of going about things. As
right, they do have a electro swing coming out. That'd be a weird dance floor. Anyways, Kaz, they have taken long control. They got mid control. I think they're going to burst onto A, but I think they're going to suffer similar problems to the previous round. It's telegraphed. As Leisure, they know exactly what's going on. As Kaz was making a bunch of noise, taking up long as well as getting mid control, and they got 3 people in A. That's optimal if Kaz want to commit.
Yeah, definitely. And well, it looks like Remux will head on back, but still MNL and Faker with the 2 M4s. MNL's getting a little aggressive here, and Kaz, you can see they're almost waiting for this kind of aggression. ZNF though now in a 1v1, in that there's no trade potential. His teammate literally just left his side, and now Yannick might be okay. Nope, not going to be the case. So that's where I thought maybe Kaz could pull something off, because that's essentially what they were hoping for. But the timing there from Yannick to just kind of wander away from ZNF. No trade. Remux and Faker are going to come up with a couple more, and considering, again, this is a force buy, I imagine this will be the end of force buys, unless Rom goes absolutely huge. As, again, 5 people left up for that CT sat economy. They'll be in all right shape.
Yeah, I think we'll see a save after this too. Unless Kaz want to smash the meta with a Looney Tune hammer and just continue force buying. We have seen that before.
Oh, yeah. I think round 7 is like the furthest we've... Round 8, maybe. Like the furthest we've seen force buys go back and forth. It gets ridiculous.
Yeah, close in there. So with this round, Kaz, they have ZNF with quite a bit of money. Maybe attempt the pop flash down drop. Kaz has been putting a lot of attention towards drop already though, so Leisure probably ready. Yeah, there's a molly there, but it's just going to be a straight broken wall rush. We're going to have to run through the fire. Oh, Yannick jumps over the player at broken wall. They do trade off 2 for 1 on the Kaz front, but now they're stopped at broken. What can they do from here?
Yeah, they're going to slowly move back, it looks like, but We'll see how it pans out. Because, yeah, they don't totally commit, and I guess I don't blame them for committing. The positioning, they were probably just going to get mowed down, but at the same time, what else are they going to be able to work? As maybe they can group up, push 3 towards a middle. Find,
I really didn't like the
there.
idea for Kaz on the eco. I mean, if you're gonna rush B, you know what you're gonna see. If your opponents have the full nade set, I mean, invest in another smoke, invest in another flash.
Yeah, I would have to agree. It seemed like it was a bit of a throwaway eco, and then halfway through, they're like, okay, let's actually try and make something out of it. Now they head back towards A, but MNL just had the stats a little bit here. Finds all 3. Living the dream.
That gun is too fluorescent.
Yeah, the 5.7 that he's rocking, I've been admiring that on every 4 spy as he's been pulling it out. But yeah, 4-2, Leisure looking like they're starting to find a bit of a foothold here, but Kaz on the bye.
Yeah, got the gun round coming out. Smooya grabbing the op, has his eyes set towards the B side. Light, where's this guy gonna go? I mean, Light. Can't say enough about this guy. Last match, oh my, it was ridiculous. This guy's hitting nothing but nutty op shots, and he didn't necessarily have that big of a frag count, but the impact that his frags had cannot be understated. So maybe he can heat up this match and give us a treat as well. And of course, he has to deal with Smooya on the other side. As Kaz fighting for broken wall control, just want to make sure that nobody is allowed to push up, as Light isn't pushed up. So probably have the op battle pretty soon here. But what's Kaz gonna do after they got all their control? I mean, they got picked apart by Faker last time this sort of round occurred. And it's kind of like a duel at long on Dust 2. You know, when you play Faker alone at A, or play a single guy alone at A, that duel is so pivotal. If the CT wins it, that allows the rest of the CTs to stay at B. If he loses it, well then the CT setup is in like disarray. You got to rotate hard.
Light spotted Yannick at the leftmost portion of this broken wall area, and he does find the frag in the end. He molotoved him out or incendiaried, but it just didn't reach him, and it was super unfortunate. Well, fortunate for Yannick, obviously, but anyhow, he's gonna fall, and so is Rom as Faker falls off along A, and that's the bomb down. 30 seconds remaining. I don't think they have that intel that the bomb is down in that location, but the fact that Lidiox is there to help out, 3 players. That is quite the defense, and they're actually clearing out. Light is pushed up with his op all the way into Newhall, so that clears the rotation for Remux. He can head on over, and with 15 seconds, there's literally no time for this.
I don't even know if they can make it in at this point. The bomb has to run in, bomb out. Even though they're getting the kills, I don't even think they have enough time to get it down. There's still 2 players inside of the bomb site. They're going to try to run. Little do they know, Light's lying in wait, though. Light might get a shot off as they fall back off along. But that's 2 players not collecting any money for the loss bonus.
Yeah, that's a little unfortunate, as if they don't bring their weapons into the follow-up round, again, most of or 3 of their players can just save once by next. But yeah, if they don't bring their weapons through, they're going to be on Tech 9 armor, something to that effect. Anyhow, 5-2, we do have a pause coming in, and it looks like that was a Kaz tactical pause. I suppose they just want to make sure that... I suppose I agree with it. You can look at that CT side economy.
Down, Chad.
Oh, is it? Is that the guess?
That's the hard read.
That's the hard read.
Well, the way they were taking into A, I mean, they had a guy peeking up towards long. ZNF was just about to be ready for the trade, but then the guy at long, Faker, pushes up, wins the duel, and falls off when ZNF is just so close, ready for the trade. It just doesn't look like Kaz is all that prepared or coordinated, to say here on Cobble. It's still early, but that previous gun round and then that eco round, I'm worried. I mean, this obviously is Leisure's map choice, based upon what I've seen. Am I right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Kaz picked Cash. That's what we'll see next, and then the third is Train if we require it. So, and we'll see how again it pans out. Yeah, I don't mind it at all, and looks like the resume has been called for. We didn't get any intel, and usually they'll say if there was a problem. So I'm actually guessing if that was a tactical pause, I actually don't mind it, in that you're down now 5-2. You can look at that CT sat economy. Well, obviously they can't, but we can, and see that they're starting to run away with things a little bit. And nothing's really worked on those gun rounds. So try and figure something out. If there's a bit, like, if there's a clear lack of, like, chemistry that's just happening in this map that they haven't really dealt with or something, just talk about what's not working, and maybe they can bring it back here.
If their plan is to fight for broken wall control, I mean, Light's taken that duel all day. He'll peek Broken Wall after the round that you just killed him peeking Broken Wall. He's just one of those oppers. As he positions towards Coop, peeks out with his teammate Vladirox, Kaz. They are fighting for Broken Wall control, but again, Light is just lying in wait here. And he's going to get boosted up. Smooya, he's ready. This op duel. Wow, Light is amazing. How do you hit that?
Wow. I thought Smooya had that lined up perfectly. Nice read by Light that he'd be holding the edge of that smoke like that.
That's what I'm talking about.
And we'll be Rom putting him down thereafter. But I think almost that deep smoke that Light threw, I wonder if it's to tempt players to do that exact peek, because it's just like, well, I've given you a gap. If you're peeking it, I'm going to basically pre-fire it almost. That's what it looked like to me. And yeah, rest in peace, Smooya.
And Light, he's that kind of opper. After he gets the kill, he wide peeks it. There's no coverage for him. He just peeks around this smoke and tries to take the fight towards Broken. Gives up the advantage for Leisure. But this guy's so confident. Ooh, Vladirox. He's going to get mollied out. There's an entry for Kaz. But everybody from Leisure's already here, but it might not matter. Kaz running through this B bomb site. Still a player inside of the site. It's all up to Faker. They might line up for him. ZNF versus Faker here. Oh, Faker towards the White Rock. ZNF has to get the bomb down. He's going to fake it. Is Faker going to be fake, though? I don't think so. And from the White Rock, ZNF, yeah, he's going to commit to it. Faker not biting at all. And no nades for Faker.
Yeah, no utility on either side to work with. It's going to be a straight duel, and you can see both of them trying to set up for it here. Comes a spray, is 7 hit points left on ZNF, and he's so fragile that he will win the peak in the end. And that was an excellent effort by him. And a lot of players in that scenario, you almost go passive just because you've been tagged up so heavily, but he re-peaks, and that'll be that.
Yeah, just ensures that the last couple bullets hit. Certainly. And the Leisure player should have won that, as he had him down to so little HP. But a big round here for Kaz. I mean, Leisure's T side, I don't think Kaz is going to keep them below 6 rounds, despite pistol. So I'm thinking Kaz definitely need to run away with this momentum. Wow, they burst into the B bomb site again. And Leisure, they just get ran over.
That was, wow, yeah, they did not seem ready for that at all. I don't know if... I'm a little uncertain, actually, how the op went down. I believe, again, that was Light towards Statue. He got peeked immediately, and I thought they had dropped a smoke towards Broken Wall, but maybe there was a gap in it. But, yeah, he was just immediately dealt with, and they just storm onto the B-bomb site. So, Leisure, I think they're probably going to be shaking their heads after that one, as they are probably a little unaware as how they just got stomped all over. Considering what we've seen previously in that bomb site. But anyhow, that's good news for Kaz. That pause comes in, they win the 2 rounds thereafter, and they're sitting pretty.
And when you have such dominant rounds towards the B bomb site, we saw it in the round prior to this one too, that can open up the rest of the map. Leisure, after suffering such devastating defeats at B, it's tempting, excuse me, it's tempting to put 4 players towards that B side. Of course, that could open up the A-bomb site for Kaz. But I was being critical of the coordination of Kaz, but I guess you don't need as much when you're just bursting into the B-bomb site, with the exception of all the utility and such. But a force buy here from Leisure. I thought it was going to be a save, and the double mag 7, the one map you can get away with it, and that's what I'm talking about. Kaz, 4 towards B for Leisure. Kaz, they're going A.
Yeah, this is going to be the adjustment. The thing is, Leisure, yeah, this is the adjustment from Leisure, though. They have been pretty primed to this earlier on, in that they would play Faker alone, but if they didn't get any intel or anything towards B, they would immediately rotate 2 back, and now they are prepped for this.
Vladirox still has a smoke, too. He's going to put it down for long. It's going to take forever, and the flank's already underway from Leisure. They know exactly what's going on. Now it's just going to come down to the frags. As Kaz still at bay. At long, just waiting out the smoke. They might want to think about falling back, but little do they know, there's players already pushed up in the new halls, 2 to be exact. But Leisure don't want to contest. Interesting, at the bottom of mid. And now we just kind of have a stalemate at long.
Yeah, this is very interesting, as, well, Lydia is going to flash this way and do long A and does quite a bit of damage, but will turn into... Ooh, nice shot from Light. He falls back with 6 hit points. It is a 3-on-3. MNL has some flank positioning here. He actually flashes and makes Yannick very aware of this. And with 30 seconds remaining, they're forced to come up on A.
Light. Oh, peeks out, gets one, but there's a second player out, APC, Remux. He's struggling to get the frag onto Yannick. Eventually will complete it. And now Smooya, stuck between two. MNL and Remux have him viced in here, spamming away. I don't know if you want to take that fight. Smooya had a chance with that one, but he's still got to get the bomb. And yeah, at this point, lost cause. Try to take somebody into the afterlife with you, but look at the spot of MNL. Not peeking it at all. Smooya looked like he wanted to peek it, but that's going to be another one for Leisure. But I think we're going to see another force buy for Kaz, and I think this is a must-win for Kaz.
And going back to like what you were talking about, how do you have all that success at B and then you can shift it up? This is one of the things you can do. I think the reason they almost forgot the reason why they needed to hammer B in the first place, and they took that pause, is because they had tried rounds like what we just saw, maybe not as heavy commitment, but eventually going towards A. And every time Leisure was able to kind of sniff it out, they would always have 3 there and they would have a pretty decent hold. So I feel like Kaz, they kind of went for the fix something that's not broken, but if it works, again, the hard read that they would stack towards B. But again, I think that's credit to Leisure's CT side in that they don't just stack B because they expect you to come B and then leave them there the entire round. They're very versatile.
Yeah, in addition to that too, the way Leisure played it, they stack B at the beginning with 4 and then immediately fall off. Kaz, the main strength of Kaz on this T side has been the fast B. So once the fast B is out of the question, well, then they can just rotate the rest of the players towards A, and they end up winning the round. But this is the big one for Kaz, and in my eyes, it's a must-win. Faker versus a ton, puts the molly down at the bottom of mid. Flashes are coming through from the Kaz side, but everybody's grouped up at mid. And now Leisure, they're bringing additional players. Oh, Faker, I don't know if you want to take that fight. Sees a whole lot of T's, and now Kaz going to open up.
So Leisure does have pretty much everybody except for Light in this A bomb site, and Kaz is just putting the brakes on things, slowing things down towards middle, hoping someone peeks from the connector door area to gain that intel to see if they're still moving up. But as we can see, Vladirox and Light, ooh, Light, there's the peek they were looking for. Smooya falls. MNL will be able to find one for himself, but 2-on-4 is not looking great, but they still have that wild card in the back of the bomb site, and that's Remux, and they're not going to check it. Freebie onto the bomb planter and onto ZNF. It's only Yannick, and he's got 12 seconds.
This is so familiar now for Kaz. So little time to clutch. Ooh, he can do it though!
Wow.
Remux. He gets caught peeking at the back of the bomb site. Might have been able to hide, but he wanted to take the fight, wanted to try to trade with his teammates. And Kaz, they're getting by. I don't know if they should have won that round, given how it transpired in the end. But hey, they made it happen, and that was the must-win round.
I can't believe Yannick hit those shots. That was excellent. And I thought for certain after turns into that 2-on-1 with very little time, that would be that. But Leisure might be kicking themselves a little bit. Nonetheless, this is a map where it's their choice, and they're still in the lead on the CT side. Obviously, not a bad situation, as maybe they can find this force buy. They've been all right on them. Vladirox looking for another body towards long A, or sorry, Broken Wall. Don't know where I got long A from, but again, he finds Yannick early, and he spotted another player that's Smooya up on the platform. Kaz got another to worry about in the flank, as well as Faker. He's taking a bit of a fight with ZNF. Another round where it looks like we're going to see Leisure taking command and control. Vladirox putting so much damage into Jesp.
That bomb's so isolated. Jesp, how does he get out of here alive? There's no way. Oh, maybe if Remux doesn't peek it. Damn, Jesp. Get it together. I don't know how he missed all those shots.
I don't know how Vladirox didn't call that to his teammate, because he saw him go there and that his teammate almost didn't check that corner. Like, I thought for certain that that was the reason why his teammate was hopping up, but anyhow.
Oh, Chad, you caught me taking off my coat. ZNF coming out Broken Wall. He can contest towards the bomb, but still, Rom, he's at the other side of the map. And it's going to be another situation where Kaz is going to have short time to try to clutch it. This round not going to be close. And Leisure going to make it 7-5. Leisure's winning the rounds on the force buys, where I don't think they should be winning it. Hats off to them. But then Kaz on the other side, is winning some of those in the later parts of the round whenever they take into sight. So both teams getting away with some stuff.
Right, and it's impressive for Leisure to be able to have that kind of consistency. They've done very well on those forced by rounds. As 7-5, again, not a great situation, as this is usually a bit of a T-sided map. We'll see how this pans out, as Vladirox not able to get much done. Gets 1 for his defensive efforts, but looks like they should have enough bodies here. Light just staying quiet towards the chicken coop, takes down 2, but ZNF finds Remux, and now he's in a 2-on-1 situation, so if he can isolate a 1-on-1, maybe he can find himself a winnable situation.
He's gonna look to pop some heads, does spot out Light. Faker, what a good flash. Blinds ZNF right around the box. ZNF does have a lot of time. I mean, he could go dead silent and then try to make Leisure worry about more positions, but where he's at right now, Leisure can definitely try to trade off of each other, as they have 1 in the bomb site, 1 at the White Rock. ZNF still struggling to find a target. Light will give him the battle. Faker doesn't want any part of it. He's just going to try to ensure that the bomb doesn't go down, and ensure if ZNF pushes his teammate, well, then they'd have the guaranteed trade. But ZNF, he's allowed out rectangle, and this could get dicey for Leisure.
Goes for the reload, and puts a little bit more damage into Light, but he won't be able to finish off said frag, so it will be another one here for Leisure. 8-5, as we can see Kaz without much monetarily speaking, and considering there's only 2 rounds left in the half, again, unless Kaz just has an extraordinary CT side, this map, again, not looking like a good start for them. Cash, I imagine, is going to be a better look. And that is their map choice coming up next. Third would be Train if we need it. But Kaz going to swap it up a little bit here, and they're going to train towards long A. And we've seen similar things before. Light playing close with a Tech 9. And, well, him and Faker combine, go 2 for 1, and the rest of the T's will be flooding into the A-bomb site.
I think Faker's position's too strong, though. Even though Jesp has found himself in AWP, he's at spammable. Multiple CTs encroaching different positions. Ooh, the Vladirox, watch your dome. To spam down Jesp to just 4 HP, and I think that's an op over towards the Leisure side. Wait a minute. Jesp, he does have a lot of time to work with, but only 4 HP. And the bomb's still in the clutches at the CT side. Yeah, I didn't see that. That makes it a whole lot harder to do this. Maybe if he could find MNL, because he does know where Vladirox is.
Maybe. Is he MNL, did he... Where was he pre-firing? Did he see the shadow and pre-fire where that player was actually walking into him from? Or was he pre-firing something else and then the T just walked into his pre-fire? That looks very weird.
I assume it's the shadow. I mean, that's the way the sun is shining. Otherwise, he's just cheating.
That's a good point. I didn't even recognize that is the way the sun is shining. Laser, the observation.
Sun shines on a dog's ass some days, Chad.
This is the truth. Well, Leisure, 9-5. Kaz will have a fairly decent bye moving into the final round of the first half, but with 6, it gives himself a shot moving into the next half. But again, Leisure's been looking pretty damn good, and we'll see, even if Kaz gets off to an early start on their CT side, I'm wondering if Leisure... Oh, Light off to great beginning to the round here. And yeah, I'm wondering if Leisure, if their ecoing works out in the next half as well, like on the T side. We can see Tech 9 armors be so impressive, as Kaz had actually showed us a little bit. But anyhow, Light with 2, falls back with 20 hit points. It's looking darn good at the moment, and, well, Kaz just shaking their heads, trying to figure out where they can go on a 3-on-5.
The way I see this going, I mean, Leisure probably going to take this one. I'm guessing around 16-9, 16-10. That's my prediction. And we'll see a brand new Kaz onto the cash side. But, ooh, ZNF creeps his way up into the connector. Ooh. Spammed away by Faker from the spammable position, though, as the rest of the squad just tries to split onto the B-bomb site. So that's going to be 10 for Leisure. And Kaz had one nice little clutch round in the end, or earlier on, and then they had the 2 B rushes. Other than that, if they didn't win pistol, this was a clean CT side from Leisure.
Yeah, a very nice half from Leisure as they finish again double digits, 10-5. Kaz again not looking so hot as they definitely gave themselves a good shot taking pistol and such, but again just couldn't hang on. But I do want to point you guys in the direction of one of our new sponsors, CSGO 2x 2 times. If you guys want to utilize our referral link, it is just csgo2x.com/RGN. So you get 300 coins for free. You can start doing some roulette fun. And yeah, in between maps, we'll be doing a little gambling as well. I hope we do better than we did the last time because we just lost everything. So, well, to be fair, maybe that'll be fun for you guys to watch. It's always fun, right? Anyhow.
I wanted to bet against you, Chad.
Right. Yeah, not so much.
Unfortunately, I have lost. I've lost it all. Too thirsty, too greedy. Gamble responsibly.
Exactly.
Unless you are that level 100 hedonist, in which case you go for the gold and you go for the D-lore.
Go for the platinum, right? Go for the diamonds.
Looking into the CT side of Kaz, coordination didn't look the best on the T side. Coordination definitely required to hold the B side on the CT side of Cobble, of course. So I'm worried for Kaz. I mean, I think this is just going to be a dominant performance from Leisure on the T side as well. And then Kaz on Cash, I think they'll definitely perform a lot better. And we've seen them previously on that map do some decent work. Well, what are we waiting on? 3 people. What is this?
I have no idea what's going on. Remux, Vladirox, and ZNF. How dare they? Taking a prolonged bathroom break, or water closet break. We are in the European region, of course.
Water closet.
Something Laser will never get used to it being called. To be
Never.
fair, I don't think many people use that anymore, but still think you see it sometimes in Europe, just as the WC symbol. But anyhow, we're not even on overpass and we're talking about bathrooms. Nonetheless, looks like they are finally readying up. It's just ZNF left. And yeah, again, we'll see how this pans out. As it is the round of 4, we're getting to the very end of this open qualifier. Again, the winner of the open qualifier will go right into the Pro Series itself. And then as well as that, I believe these guys have made it far enough that they do have an invitation to the closed qualifier. I don't quote me on that, but I believe so.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe because we had previous matches where that was the start of the matches where it would slot you in. So yeah, I think nonetheless they will have another chance, but that'll be yeah, you want to make it work here. That's for certain. You've already battled this far. As Leisure again now on their T front. We can see 2 smokes, Light with the Deeg. And this is going to be interesting.
He's back at it. He likes to deeg on pistol. And coming from an opper that will just repeatedly push despite overwhelming odds, I guess it makes sense for Light that he'd go for something like that. He's just that kind of guy. There's Leisure. They got the bomb outside of B. And taking the fight at Broken Wall. They go 1 for 1, but I don't know how they recover this bomb. Remux, he's stuck at Broken. Smooya, they're fighting with him. So how do they grab this?
Yeah, this is okay. We'll just send Remux back here. He's able to escape the claws of Smooya as he vacates that Broken Wall area. And T's are very spread out. It's a 3-on-4. They can group up at some point here and work something again together. That would be advisable, but see how it turns out, as again Smooya is still up towards said Broken Wall and he's peeking fairly actively, so that's quite a bit of intel that he can see all the way down, and it looks clear. But here we go, heading towards drop. He is isolated. There's players in connector, but they're not going to be there in time. Smooya's got to take this fight alone, and he will go 1 for 1, trade it off, and they will have a smoke to get the bomb down.
Remux, he's able to get it down safely. Scratch that. Taken down through the smoke as his teammate is popped as well. So Kaz, that's going to give him a chance in this match. At least they get the pistol round. And with the bomb going down, you can expect that Leisure will go ahead and save up. Maybe Light will grab a Deeg. Even though Kaz wins the pistol, I still firmly believe that Leisure will be the victors on this map. But how much will be invested? Oh, are they gonna... They're going to go for the force here. Interesting. And they saved a significant amount of money. What is this? I mean, I guess they're planning on double saving unless they get the bomb down. They must really want the op onto light.
That's what it looks like. They want the option to force buy, but still with the op on light when they move into their first gun round, and not having, obviously, the AK round moving into the next. And I almost expected this only because of the way we saw half one go. Like, it just went so back and forth, and yeah, Leisure, they had so much success on the force buys on the CT side. This is now our chance to see, is it going to translate? Jesp is pushed up and drop, and this might... Okay, he takes one shot and falls off. They now know a Mag 7's inside of the drop down. We'll see if they decide to challenge it. As Smooya is going to get flashed in towards Broken Wall. Doesn't spot anybody, and that might be some false sense of security. MNL's close, but we'll drop a smoke, and now heading back towards A. There's a player that's flanking, that's ZNF, and he goes down, pushing on an anti-eco. Kaz, they're looking for intel, but may have been an overextension.
Ooh, and MNL, he's made his way out onto the B site. He's causing a bunch of the CTs to stay at B, which puts so much pressure onto Yannick. He's inside of the window. Ooh, you better get out of there. There's no smokes up. As Light will grab another one, put down by Yannick. There's a 3-on-3. I definitely think this favors Kaz, though.
And Yannick looked fairly unaware. He actually shot at his teammate before they were able to kill a player, but hold that thought as it's 2-on-2. Smooya now all alone, and it's a Tech 9 versus the FAMAS. Smooya doing so much damage. Remux fairly low, but no kid on Smooya. He's got to get a move on, and Remux... Smooya might think he's repositioned. That's not the case. Remux still at that same spot. Smooya up and over the bank truck, finds the frag in the end, and Kaz will be able to salvage the round.
They do it again. Doesn't seem like it's necessarily Kaz's strategy that's really working out for him. They just retook that A bomb site. And they were in trouble early on. ZNF pushing up mid, he gets caught without getting a frag. That allows the T's to work up into the A bomb site. If they had a smoke or anything, that would drastically change the results of the round. And yep, with the bomb plant, that's when we're going to see the op come out from light. This is a big chance for Leisure. The CT buy is not the greatest. We have a CZ as well as a P90. And Leisure's going to open up into a default. So both teams really liking the one guy bottom mid.
Yeah, not a bad way to go about it. And just to point out, Leisure, you can see how low they are financially coming into this round, in that they've spent everything, and you can see the amount of utility. It's not that much. That was actually the difference between when they force bought in the last round. They actually put armor on players, but they saved still a little bit on every player. That was actually very calculated, because they wouldn't have had any utility moving into this AK buy if they had spent that little bit more. As again, that's the utility that they have here. So just cool to note, as we'll see if it pans out. Smooya finding a quick one on a light. It's not the way they wanted that to start off here, as Faker's going to try his hand at the AWP. As he's posted up towards middle as well, but Kaz, that's a nice early frag.
Yeah, with light going down like that, that's a big entry fragger, and to lose a duel to an M4, not exactly what he wanted. Ooh, Faker had a chance there. And ZNF peeks up towards mid. Just gave it a little jump, unfortunately. Faker didn't hit it. And now the split begins, or the take begins. For Leisure, ZNF back, APC does have a teammate inside of the bomb site. That's Smooya. Smooya did just give away his position via the flashbang, so Leisure should have a good idea on where the site player is, but they got to worry about ZNF. Ooh, his barrel's sticking out. ZNF's going to grab one. Can't get the second, but then it's Smooya from the back of the bomb site. Has 10 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, and Leisure, this is similar to what we saw on Kaz's T side, is they just weren't able to... In these kind of late scenarios towards A, they just run out of time. And, well, luckily Faker's able to keep that op in play, but just not what Leisure was hoping for. Moving into that round where they had light on that AWP and such, they were kind of trying to work off him, but once he went down, they just couldn't bring anything back. And, well, again, Kaz are going to be very happy about that. 2 rounds, the difference, but they do have that op on that T side, and maybe it's actually going to be Faker alone with it. Oh, sorry, not alone. I was looking at MNL and seeing he was alone on the map. Faker, I'm surprised he doesn't hand it over to Light, to be honest, but maybe that's why. He just said, well, Smooya's dead.
Good timing. Smooya tries to push up onto the broken wall, but Faker just fires off a shot, finds his target. Now Leisure trying to rush out towards broken wall. They got to take together, though. Otherwise, they're going to get decimated by these rifles. Flashes are okay. Now Leisure trying to bust out simultaneously. Lights found himself an AK. There's 2 people remaining on Leisure, but how do they get the bomb down? It's so difficult that they're just going to go for it.
Just gonna go for it indeed. Yannick and Jess, they're looking like they want to work a boost up and over onto the rectangle. Indeed, they will, but lots of damage dealt to the CTs as MNL. This is a winnable situation, but Jess knows exactly where he's at. He has some nades to use. He does drop the nade that will put him down. Wow, that was an excellent place nade.
We see a lot of players do that now when you just bank it off the inner cusp of the fountain walls. And it works out quite well whenever a player's trying to hide in the bomb site. And Kaz, they're making it happen. 4 rounds in a row now on the CT side. I think that's 2 where it's came down to just 1 person. Yeah, the second round of the second half and then the 4th round. It's been close. Leisure, they've almost had it. And now the op comes out again. Light's got it in hand this time. And is it going to be like a deja vu half where the T side gets shut down on their slow works and stuff like that, and then we just see the B rush come out, and I think they're gonna go for it. Yeah, they're just rushing straight through the molly towards drop down. They go 1 for 1. Oh, Smooya with his back turned towards broken wall. He's full blind, and Leisure busts into the B bomb site. So both teams struggling with that B hold.
Finally, Leisure looking to take control. Yannick falls, and now it's only ZNF. He finds 1, but traded off by Remux. So 11-9, Kaz, they didn't build up any economy after winning 4 rounds in a row. Wow, I guess I should have assumed as much, considering how, again, how low the player count was in multiple, or in pretty much all of those rounds. So, good news for Leisure. That's exactly what they were hoping for. They're like, we just need to just get that 1 round in, and that'll really put Kaz in a bad spot financially. So, maybe Leisure can now work off of this momentum, as Kaz, yeah, they put up a brick wall until now, but they have nothing to work with in this round.
Well, the piggy bank has been broken. They managed to buy themselves some P250s with the change, though. Leisure holding control of everything. Nowhere for the CTs to push without being noticed. There is a boost coming through. Jasp had a chance. Suffers just a little bit of damage. One of the members of Kaz will go down towards the A-bomb site. That triggers a massive migration from the Kaz side, though. Everybody moving towards A. The Leisure haven't necessarily shown their hand, but they are aggressive up mid.
Yeah, you can see they're aggressing up mid, but it's only MNL, and he's left alone as his teammate flashes for him. That's his final message to his teammate, or help for his teammate, support, if you will. And, well, eventually MNL falls, and that'll be an AK over to Yannick, but Leisure, they basically negated any real threat by just baiting that player there, or just leaving him out to dry, and is like, okay, well, there's no one at B, and now, again, there's no chance really for Kaz to win this round. That being said, they do bring an AK into the next, so silver lining, I suppose. We'll see if they can get any more exits as they spread out.
And they are setting the trap in new halls, but Vladirok's not going to fall for it. And I'm not sure the rest of Kaz will be able to collect weapons out of this. Jasp had his chance onto Faker, and now it's Smooya's turn. And no frags, no dice. I don't know about you, Chad, but Smooya's name just makes me thirsty.
Right. I would have to agree. It sounds like an excellent drink of some sort, like some sort of smoothie. I don't know, a Smooya smoothie. I'd like it.
With some milk in it, maybe like a shake.
Sure.
Smooya,
yeah.
Just like clever advertising that makes you feel like you're not
A strawberry
a total
smoothie.
biggie for
Sounds like
eating
a
it.
Yeah, it sounds like a thing. I would buy it. Well, anyhow, Leisure up 12-9. We see the buy coming back out for Kaz, but we'll see what the adjustment is. Oh, Vladirok's takes down ZNF early. Wins that duel. Vladirok's taking quite a bit of damage, but we'll see if Leisure decides to work off that, or if they just want to keep things slow here, as that looks to be the case, and not a bad idea considering Kaz. Maybe they'll try something to bring that player count back, but for the moment, again, just everybody working slow.
I like that Leisure doesn't execute right away. You gotta give Kaz time to adjust their setup, compensate for the fallen teammate over towards the A side. There's Leisure. They do drop a molly down, drop down. They haven't necessarily shown how many players are towards the B side. I like that they're pretty much staying silent off this. Ooh, light. This is a chance onto the rectangle player, Yannick. He's allowed to fall off a rectangle. Nice little play there, but the entry frags. Can Kaz stop it? It looks like it. There's only 2 more members of Leisure left up and a flank on the way.
40 seconds. 2 players are very low on the CT side. The flanker is the only one with full hit points, so Yannick and Jess, they really just need to buy time for this flank to come in, and hopefully they can bait enough attention that Smooya can be effective. Because if not, again, other CTs are fairly low. Glidirok's able to avoid that flash, but there's Smooya, and he's effective as he needed to be. Finds 2 from that broken wall area, and that was a nice flash, kind of, at least, although it was one that could be dodged, it forces the players to kind of turn away and then refocus back towards broken wall. So Kaz on double digits, not done here.
Looking at the money of Kaz, looking at the money of Leisure. Kaz need this round so badly. They got to rebuy a couple of weapons. Let's see how low that money gets. I figure 3 players won't be able to buy in the round following upon losing for Kaz. Yeah, they're quite low. I mean, this is a must win. I mean, Leisure have a little bit more of a buffer to lose this sort of round, but not Kaz. So what's the setup? 3 towards B, 2 towards A for the Kaz side. 1 bottom of mid. 1 in the long area. That's Smooya with the predicting that Leisure will be going quickly out long. Not the case. Leisure once again gaining control of everything. They're going to hold it, and then where do they go from there? Maybe they hang on to broken wall a bit longer as the smokes and everything have faded, because you know Light's hungry.
Is always the case, as well, it's going to be Smooya finds the first one, but he might be traded off here as MNL sneaks up long A. So 1 for 1, and with a full minute or so remaining, Leisure can be leisurely, if you will. All right, I had to do it at least once, so we haven't actually done that pun.
Did it last time, Chad?
Did you? How did I miss it?
Because I just breezed through it.
Oh man, it was so casual, I missed it. Well, in the midst of that, we're gonna see some engagement, or an engagement towards drop down, and it will turn out to be a 2-on-2 as Rom finds Light eventually towards. I was at the broken wall area, so Leisure now with 30 seconds to work on a B. They've got some nades, but Rom, he's in a position where he can deny this.
We better be peeking the broken wall, though. Peeks up. MNL, get your gun out. Eventually gets the kill under Rom, but he's got to get the bomb down so quickly, and ZNF already on his way. 1 bullet's all it's going to take to bring down MNL, who's still waiting atop of broken. He knows ZNF wants to take the fight, but now he's forced to go for the plan. ZNF has a chance to make his way up. Here comes the fadeaway. Oh, JK. ZNF going to keep that flashbang for later, and I don't know if MNL's ready for this flank.
We'll see how this pans out. ZNF's... Okay, he drops a flash that kind of gives up his position. Oh, MNL is buying it, though, and ZNF goes around the other way. So MNL was in a pretty bad spot for an op, to be honest. You got to be watching both sides there, or you would like to be, as obviously he could come either way. But ZNF able to find the round, so it's going to be another one here for Kaz. As this is getting close, and like you had stated, that was a bit of a must-win. They will only survive with 1 player, though, so that economy still not in a fantastic spot for the CTs.
Yeah, both economies really fragile. I guess you can't take it away from Kaz, though. They're not playing the most tactically sound. They're not holding the B-bomb site all that well. But hey, they're getting it done in the clutch. And that's what really matters. And Kaz, I mean, if Kaz take this one, I'm thinking it's a 2-0, moving on to Cash, based upon what I've seen prior with the Kaz lineup. There's a nice frag by Rom. Catches Light trying to peek out towards the broken wall. Light so aggressive constantly. And we'll see that throughout this bo3. If you think he's going to stop, you are wrong. I don't even think he has an S button on his keyboard. He's not falling back, as Faker will battle back towards the B side. Allowed out towards drop down, but the bomb way elsewhere outside of mid.
Yeah, so they gain control of drop, but like you had stated, the bomb's still back towards A. What do they want to do with this? It looks like moving it through Newhalls and back towards B is going to be the answer. MNL's still lurking at A, and he doesn't have any utility to just try and like bait smoke or anything like that to pull them over. And actually, hold that thought. It looks like the T's are going to actually rotate back over themselves. So Remux, it's going to be the opposite scenario. He'll keep players honest towards B as they try and hit towards this A bomb site with 35 remaining.
See if Remux can get anything done. Yeah, he's just got to start making noise, try to keep these players of Kaz towards the B side, but I don't think as ZNF is biting it, he's already on his way towards A. Smooya below the window with the op. Not the greatest of positions to use that weapon, and he's blasted away by Faker. So a 3-on-3, but these are the situations that's been winning Kaz rounds, these clutches.
And we'll see if they can clutch it yet again. There's a 3-on-3, not a lot of utility, and that's the kit going down, but trade off. Yannick able to take down Faker. The Arox playing with that Tech 9 directly on the bomb site. MNL is going to try and work off with him. And Yannick will be hopping up, takes quite a bit of damage doing so. 26 remaining. As MNL is going to take a fight versus Rom, and now it's a 1v1.
Again!
But Rom, my God, I can't believe they did it again.
Did it again. The clutches of Kaz. It's not like they're playing all that well of a CT side, or their T side for that matter as well, but the clutch situations, Kaz has a clear advantage over Leisure. And I wouldn't even call it teamwork. It's just the individual players in those clutch situations seem to just find a way to come out on top. Gotta be frustrating for Leisure because they're setting themselves up for success, but they just can't close the rounds. Now Kaz, you have that op out onto Smooya, but wow, Leisure, they are not letting up. They got the bomb down, 3 rounds lost bonus, good enough. Might as well buy up as they open up into a slower play once again. Bit of a different look as they have an additional player towards B. Ooh, Jeep, he's pushed up towards the drop down, wins the fight, and he's gonna get out of there.
Yeah, nice play from Jesp as he falls back on drop, only getting the 1 frag, or I shouldn't say only, it was very impactful. And he doesn't take well, he takes quite a bit of damage as well, didn't notice that either. Well, very aware at the moment, as you can see. 4-on-5, as we'll see Leisure, they've moved MNL all the way up long A, and he's just posted at the moment, and we might see them do similar things where, again, if they gain that kind of control, they don't mind moving back towards A, and looks to be the case, as we will see ZNF. He is worried about it, and he will flash his way safely back towards the bomb site. But Leisure, they might have an opportunity here to find ZNF all alone, and he's got to find a big hold.
Yep, smokes are up. Just thinking about running through it, but ZNF, he's got to hang on, and he's got a lot of crosshairs towards him. Light and Faker pry open the B bomb site, A bomb site. Then Vladirox catches Rom. Rom tries to rush in towards the middle area through the smoke. Can be effective unless the player at mid frags you. And all is pretty much lost on your retake. So just going to save for the remaining 2 of Kaz. No clutch to be had this time. And that's a hard reset for Kaz. 3 players with nothing. And this is usually a double save scenario. But do you really give Leisure the tie point? I think they're going to force.
I think they will as well. And I think that's the right decision at this point, even though they only have 2 surviving here. And it's not like these 2 even have any money that they're currently sitting on either. They'll have a little bit, obviously, from the 1 round worth of loss bonus, but $1,400. That's not very much now, is it? But we'll be able to share
maybe
the
because
level.
it's Cobble, like you could argue to save 1 because you could use, probably 3 mag 7s on this map.
I think the only reason, like, if they didn't have the op, I'd say that's probably the better idea. But I feel like with the op, it's not a bad idea to just buy around it, considering what Smooya can be capable of, but it looks like, well, they just kind of half-see it.
Yeah, it's not pretty. That's kind of giving themselves a bank to lose the round. Like, Jesp down to 450. You see he's bought armor and a smoke grenade. So if you're planning on force buying with this, they bought down to a point where even if they double save, their money's going to be pretty low. So I'm not a fan of the buy at all from Kaz here. Really not the most synergized, if that's a word. That's a word, right, Chad?
Yeah, you're there.
It better be. 'Cause it sounds nice. Kaz down a man. We'll see how Leisure wants to work off of this. If Kaz want to fight back for the player advantage. Wow. Yeah, this is Leisure's round. Hot Smooya. He's good versus the world.
Oh, we'll see if he can get a clip. Nope, put away as he goes down inside of the fire. His body's cremated as well. ZNF and Rom left all alone, and I got a feeling Rom is just going to run to the hills. Looks to be the case, or the tower specifically, or he's just going all the way through T-spawn. One of the two, or one of the three, has ZNF. Is he just going to save his vest here?
Casket or cremation, Chad? What are you going to do?
Oh boy, I haven't even thought of it. Is that wrong that I haven't thought of it? That's probably a good thing, right? That's the optimistic person I am, that I haven't thought about how I'm going to be, like, put to bed, so to speak.
I mean, you're so white. I feel like...
Or am I just arrogant?
I feel like if you're cremated, it would just, like glitter would come out or something.
Glitter. Yeah, maybe.
Not sure the science behind that.
I'm not sure either, but I hope that happens. I feel like I'd have to come up with something more creative for the way I go, but I think that's why I haven't decided yet. I'm waiting for some inspiration.
All right, so trip to the crematory. I think that's a word too. At 14-12, Leisure looking to close this one. Kaz mustering what buy they can. The scout will come out from Smooya. I hate to be critical of Smooya, but the op just doesn't look as swift or as impactful as Light's had on the CT side. Of course, Light, he gets himself in trouble with it, but maybe I'll be silenced here as Smooya wants to take the fight towards the broken wall. All right, it's going to fall off. The Leisure going with their steady control of the broken wall area. Wow, what a duel won by M&L, and that's the only player towards A. That's going to throw the Kaz setup in for a loop as they have to run back towards the A bomb site. There's a smoke up towards connector now, and Kaz have no idea what's happening.
Yeah, this is super unfortunate, and well, Leisure actually doesn't fully commit. The bomb is actually on its way back, although they have full control. I'm curious if Kaz, are they just saving for the next, like with 4 because they had the A bomb site given up? I think that's literally what just happened. They were just like, okay, we're going to give up the round, hold B, and then they go back. And imagine Leisure actually committed one player in the bomb to that bomb site. I would have been so confused. But anyhow,
yeah,
no, they will head back though. I'm so confused at what's going on, Laser.
Yeah, this is bizarre on both ends. As Kaz, they go for a B stack, and then they decide, all right, it's 3-on-4, let's go for it. We're nuts at retakes, try it again. They're going to be met by a whole lot of bullets trying to come out of connector, as they will lose Yannick. And also, Leisure, they had Remux and Faker, I think was the guy going towards B. Like, what is Remux doing in this situation? You have the A bomb site. He must have forgotten that he had the bomb. Or question marks.
Yeah, I was, again, very baffled, as you could hear, as Kaz eventually, they did go for the retake a little bit, but gave up a player, and will save with 2. That'll give them a bit of a shot moving into this potentially last round of this first map. Leisure, they looked shaky early on, but, well, early on in the second half, but they definitely, actually, I say shaky, but there was so many close rounds, in all honesty, that it could have been that little small bit of fortune that could turn it the other way earlier. But Kaz was just seemingly, everything was going their way in every single clutch. But I guess, again, that's what it comes down to. If it's always coming down to those clutches, that means that there's no real economy that you're building up on the CT side. And Leisure just always has that comeback ability as they're going to try and storm towards drop down. But Jesp and ZNF putting up a beautiful hold.
A nice hold by Jesp. Leisure ran through the molly. Now it's Leisure's turn to utilize all their nades. At least a bomb plant for the Leisure side. This is a really difficult hold, though. They have really no position. I mean, all they have is Coop secured, and that's the Coop guy now. He's mollied out. Light. Oh, I thought he got another one. What's happening here for Kaz? ZNF on the flank. M&L, can he get safe? No, Kaz.
Wow.
Gonna stay alive thanks to ZNF. Oh wow, the tides turned multiple times that round.
Yeah, it looked like ZNF may have actually lost that round, considering it was a 2-on-1, but fortunately they didn't really have a good idea as to where he was at. and they lined them both up before, or by that rectangle area. So Kaz 2 away from overtime, but not the most fantastic equipment moving to this round as well. We got Mag 7 on Rom, you got P90 on Jesp. But we'll see, maybe they can get it done. Again, 2 to push it to overtime, and then you still figure Kaz is in it, in my eyes at least. Momentum resets a bit as Leisure wouldn't have been able to close, but there's still quite a bit of equipment here for Leisure as well, and we still have something to show us.
Let's see it. This is Rom. He's pushed up along with a teammate towards long, and they got a Mag 7 and Op duo. Pretty much as far as you can get from the guns. But MNL, wow, he's so close to Rom. Look at how close they are towards long. MNL not peeking out at all. Light, he's beginning to work up towards the stairs. So much of this is going to come down to timing. Big pickup by Smooya. There it is with Rom. And nice little 1-2 by Kaz. Both players winning their opening duels. And when you're down 3-5 on Cobble, it's... Oh, sorry. It's not like Dust 2, where you can kind of battle back from a 3-on-5 situation on Cobble. I think it's much more difficult, because you kind of got to commit onto a bomb site. But as I say that, the Xerox brings one frag back the way of Leisure, as trades come through towards the B side, but it's been revealed that the bomb is towards B. 30 seconds. But Xerox has got to get a move on it.
And Faker takes a couple shots towards ZNF. He's making it sound like he's rotating. No, he's actually committing to this rotate. I thought they were going to fake it. Smooya misses his shot into Xerox, and that should allow them... I don't even know if they have enough time. They have 15 seconds as bomb out, and Smooya is waiting for them here as Jazz just runs on out. And Faker, the little bit of time that he just committed to killing that player is basically the denial that they needed. So I don't mind just running on in and just denying them a little bit further as Kaz won away. And that's credit to their excellent setup in that most of the CT side rounds that we've seen have come down to clutch, but that was one where their setup just reigned supreme, and that's got to be confidence for them moving forward.
Certainly. Yeah, definitely the clutches have won them so many of the rounds. And back to the 4-1, at least at the very beginning of the round. Leisure, they're taking aggressive mid control this time. A lot quicker than before, but they are halted by a smoke. Gonna have to wait that one out, and if they want to engage down mid, Smooya, he's here with the op as well. And Leisure are beginning to take up into long. MNL will soon realize that it is clear, and that will grant more room for Leisure to work up. Ooh, Faker just spotted one at mid, needs this kill, he's gonna get it. Smooya from Kaz misses the shot.
No.
Oh man, check your mouse. I think his mouse just went crazy.
Right, he like threw it off the desk as he tries to shoot that player, and now it's Rom and Yannick, and looks like Leisure, they're definitely favored in this spot. I don't know how Rom and Yannick are going to be able to bring this back. Rom finds one, but he's brought down so low that it's going to be so difficult. But they have been very good on the retake as Rom comes up towards the connector doors. Yannick up towards the balcony, and so many angles to check. A little bit of damage onto MNL. I'm surprised. Rom, excellent. Long-range P90 spray there.
Interesting spot for Light.
Yeah, Light. I actually love that spot. He's just kind of... I think you can actually get up onto the bumper a little bit.
Yeah, he was up there.
Yeah, it's very difficult to see. So 16-14, we're going to see Leisure take their map choice. It's definitely, I think, more of a struggle than we predicted it to be, but they're going to take it in the end.
Yeah, and if Kaz don't come up with all those clutches, I think that's much more dominant of a performance from Leisure. But then you can't take away anything from Kaz because they got it done in the clutch scenarios. You don't even have to be that tactically sound if you're able to just retake bomb sites. But you know what time it is, Chad?
It is that time. We're going to do some gambling, ladies and gentlemen. So if our lovely producer would pull up the CSGO 2X website, I'm going to pull it up as well. And yeah, let's see how we do here. As last time, if you guys remember, we didn't do so well. This time, we're hoping it's a little bit better. So, Mr. Producer, how many coins do we have to work with? All right, we have 350,000 to work with.
Got about 350 bucks. Probably about, I don't know what the current dealer rate is.
All right, let's put 50 on red. I want to put 50 on red. I'm stealing the first one. Yeah, like 50 is in like 50 is in like 50,000.
Okay, I was like,
yeah, like
oh my
$50.
God, Chad, I know you're conservative.
Right.
And you're
Let's
smart with
go.
your money, but
I would
50,
like to put 1 coin on black, please. No.
you know, mathematically, I mean, you're supposed to go big on the one of the first ones.
Oh man.
Oh, Chad,
That one hurt.
you messed up. You messed up.
Oh,
So let me show you how it's done, Chad. This is how you gamble, ladies and gentlemen. CSGO2times.com/RGN if you want those free credits. Put it on green with me. We're going 50,000 on green. It's happening.
Oh boy.
You know, what's our chances? 1 out of 36.
I was actually looking at it last night, and there was 3 greens in a row. And I, like, statistically speaking, I was like, how, like, that just has got to have never, like, that never happens. It just never happens. There's 3 greens in a row.
It's just the way she goes. Show me the green. Oh. All right, we're down again, boys. So if you're watching and you haven't checked out CSGO2times.com/RGN, of course, yet, bet against us, because it seems like that's the way to go. So we're bringing it all the way back here. We're gonna go 100,000 on black because we gotta win it back. You know, we gotta give some skins out to our e-girlfriends. We can't come home empty-handed. 100K on black. I'm feeling it, Chad.
Yeah, let's hope that if at the very least we don't win, anybody that bets against us wins. So, like, at least someone wins, right?
No.
No.
I want to win. Show me the money. There we go.
Oh boy.
All right, we're back. So you know what Artosis says. When you're ahead, get more ahead. So let's go 200,000 on red because we're bringing it all the way. We need that D-lore. Give me the skins.
Oh, man. All right, well.
Sorry, Chad. I mean, maybe you wanted to pick one. I get too excited gambling.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Oh man, yeah, I didn't get to do any gambling up there in Canada, probably, with your Monopoly money at all. Here we go again, 200,000, producer man. Let's get it on red. Oh, just got it in, producer man, so fast.
All right.
And stop.
Wow,
right.
That one hurts.
That's the way she goes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, well, hopefully you bet it against us. CSGO2times.com/RGN if you want those free 300 credits. Try to run it all the way up and get yourself a nice little skin. But super fun, and hopefully you don't have a heart attack like I do when you're gambling. It's a little too stressful for me.
Definitely. It's very stressful. All right, well, Polar, can you put 25,000 on red? Yeah, we're just gonna do one more, and that's gonna be that. If you can get it in time. No, Polar, not quick enough on the trigger. I gave him the 25 if it was like all zeros, maybe. Oh, it would have been a green anyhow. So you know, no big deal. I should have put that on green apparently. All right, I'll do one more, and then we're probably gonna take. No, it's 10-7 in the server right now. We'll see if we'll take a break or not. Looks like we're going live in just a moment, so literally this is going to be the last roll. Do it! 25K on red. Let's go, Polar. Our beautiful producer. And then we're going live into this match.
All right, we got to win some of it back. You know, I think it's going to be double green. You know, 420's on its way. It's going to happen.
Could be.
The double green or the red. Oh, I wish I could bet. I've lost everything, Chad.
It's all gone.
Almost. All right.
Wow. I can't believe we just, wow. I thought that was going to be a 22. Okay, great. Well.